Reekado Banks' story in Nigerian music is a reminder that talent, growth, and reinvention are all part of a true artist's journey. From the moment he burst into the spotlight under Mavin Records to his evolution as an independent star, Reekado has carved a path that's both inspiring and layered with personal growth, musical maturity, and the trials of finding one's true voice. Back in 2014, when Reekado Banks was unveiled as part of the Mavin crew, the energy around him was electric. He wasn't the loudest or the flashiest, but he had this quiet charisma, with that youthful face, signature smile, and a voice that was both smooth and full of emotion. It didn't take long for fans to latch onto him. His breakout hit Catapult sealed the deal. It was a love song that managed to be both heartfelt and radio-friendly, and it positioned him as a serious contender in the Afropop scene. And then came Dorabuchi, Adaobi, Chopam, and the unforgettable Oluwani tracks that elevated Reekado from just another promising act to a full-blown star. Under Don Jazzy's guidance, he shone brightly. His delivery was always polished, his songs catchy yet emotional, and his ability to blend pop, R&B, and traditional Nigerian rhythms made him a fan favorite. In 2015, he even bagged the Hetty's Next Rated Award, a recognition that not only sparked debate but also proved just how much people believed in his future. But in the world of entertainment, growth often means making hard choices. And in 2018, Reekado Banks shocked fans when he announced his departure from Mavin Records. Many wondered, why leave one of the most powerful labels in Africa at the peak of your career? But Reekado was ready to take control of his own narrative. He wanted to evolve not just musically, but personally. What followed was a quieter, more introspective phase. As an independent artist, Reekado Banks began exploring deeper themes. He released music at his own pace, experimented with sound, and opened up about topics like heartbreak, loneliness, and even pressure. Songs like Rora, Need More, and Ozumba Mabadwai showed a side of Reekado that was more confident, more vulnerable, and more musically daring. His voice, once associated with love anthems, began to carry more weight. He no longer sounded like a newcomer trying to impress. He sounded like a man who had seen life and wasn't afraid to pour those experiences into his lyrics. Ozumba Mabadwai, in particular, was a turning point. It became more than a song, it became a conversation. The lyrics touched on Ensar's personal reflection and the quiet resilience of Nigerian youth. It was mature, thoughtful, and proof that Reekado Banks had grown into his own voice. Visually, his transformation was just as striking. Gone were the bright, youthful looks of his early Mavin days. Reekado re-emerged with a more rugged, mature style, simple, confident, and expressive. You could see in his fashion and posture that he was no longer following a playbook. He was writing his own. His fanbase, too, has evolved with him. While some missed the Mavin-era bangers, others embraced the Reekado who wasn't afraid to take creative risks. And that's what makes his journey so real. It's not always about staying on top, it's about staying true. In an industry that thrives on noise, Reekado's ability to move with quiet conviction is something rare. Today, Reekado Banks is still that same talent who melted hearts with Catapult, but he's also so much more. He's an independent artist, a storyteller, a thinker. He's found comfort in growth, in seasons of silence, and in moments of personal breakthrough. He might not chase the hype like before, but his sound still resonates, and more importantly, it connects. Whether he's on stage performing for thousands or quietly dropping a new track with little announcement, one thing is clear: Reekado Banks is here for the long game. And if his journey from the bright lights of Mavin Records to the quiet confidence of independence has shown us anything, it's that real artistry takes time, courage, and evolution. Reekado may have left the label, but he never left the hearts of fans. He just returned in a new form, sharper, deeper, and truer to who he is.